All right, guys, while I get this set up, if you could please clear your desk. You could shut your laptop, put it in the corner of the desk, or inside, whichever one, and get out a pencil. That is all you're gonna need right now. We are going to work on some math.
Yay.
You dropped your pencil, Edward?
Yay.
Yep, right in front. I don't need to turn off the light. Is this fine?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah.
It should be good. All right, guys. So before I hand out my paper, I want us to talk about our objective today. So we are working on our math skills, our word problems. Today we're going to be able to solve 1- and 2-step word problems using multiplication and division. Okay? And we're going to use our method called cubes. Does this sound familiar to anyone?
Yeah.
Does this look familiar? Raise your hand if this looks familiar to you. Good. Okay. Put your hands down. So, cubes is going to help us solve our word problem. So, going from each step, right? C stands for circle the numbers. So after we read our word problem, we are going to circle all the numbers. Next, U, underline the question. So we need to see what are we solving for, right? If it's a word problem, it's not just going to be basic numbers. There's going to be like candy, there's going to be pizza. What do they want to know? What are we solving for? And boxing the keywords. Does anyone know what they mean by the keywords? Raise your hand. Anyone know what they mean by boxing the keywords? Dominic.
What they mean is like boxing and multiply division.
Or operations, right? Adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing, right? Are they going to tell you, hey, I want you to add 8 plus 5? Is that what they're going to say? No, they're going to use keywords like, I want you to combine, right? Or if we put it together, right? So you're adding. Or say we're doing groups, right? Where we have to divide. Yes, Ian.
And right there, we can put what?
Wow. She has it up ready to go. I might actually, are you okay if I erase this on the side?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool, very good. And E, eliminate the extra information. Do we need to know that it's like pieces of candy? That there's like 5 chocolates and 20 suckers? No, we don't really need to know that. We just need to know the numbers, what we're solving for, and like Dominic told us, what our keywords are going to tell us to do. And then finally, after we evaluate, we're going to solve and check for our answer. All right, so I am handing out a piece of paper. I would like you to put your name at the top. Do not do anything else until everybody has their name at the top. There you go. Yes.
Thank you.
And there is a little check box. If you guys check it on the right, there are 2 word problems, and there's the exact same picture we just went over, our cubes. There are little boxes by each letter, and that's going to be used for us to check off as we go step by step, okay? So, the first one, I want you guys to watch me. I might call on you guys to help me a little bit, but I want you guys to watch me, and we're going to help set up our equation. So, is this the one that works?
Yes.
Kind of? Okay, do you have a dry erase?
Yeah, it's this thing, 1 thing, 2 thing here, too.
Oh, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so our problem says, example 1, the teacher has 8 pieces of chocolate, 11 lollipops. If she shares the candy equally with the 4 students, how many pieces would each student get? So before we start calling out, our first step is to circle the numbers. I kind of gave us a hint, messed up my presentation. We already circled number 8. What are my other numbers, guys?
12 and
Oh, we don't shout out. We don't shout out. Ewan?
12 and 4.
12 and 4. Perfect. So go ahead and circle those numbers on your paper. My next step, well, we're not talking right now. Thank you. My next step is you. Underline the question. So again, we add our numbers. It says if she shares the candy equally with 4 students, How many pieces would each student get? What is my question, Peyton? Would each student get? Good. I had to separate my lines. Perfect. Go ahead and underline your question. Underline the question. We are not moving on. Thank you, Miss Camila. Show me you're ready. Awesome. And B, box the keywords. So remember, keywords are going to tell us, like our friend Dominic said, what operation we need to do. Okay? So, what word stands out and tells us what operation we need to use? Leilani.
Equally.
It says we need to share the candy equally. Good. What operation do you think that is, though, Leilani? Add, subtract, multiply, divide. Divide, right? If I'm sharing something, right, and I'm sharing it into different groups, or putting it into groups, equally, we are dividing. Very good. Go ahead and box. Shares equally. I just want you to know, I think this whole part took me like 30 minutes. Just like the making it go, I don't know. I'm not tech savvy, so.
Oh, me either.
Awesome. Okay, my next one. Eliminate the extra information. So, what information do we not need, guys? Ian.
The teacher has.
The teacher has. We don't need that. We don't really need to know pieces of chocolate, lollipops. We got our numbers, right? And with the students. Good. So now I'm going to go ahead and set up my equation, guys. So, if I have, my first number is 8, right? These are my 8 chocolates. I'm going to go ahead and set that up. 8. And I'm combining it with 12, right? I need to know how much candy I have in total before I share, right? So what do I need to do with my 8 and 12? Carlos?
8 plus 12.
8 plus 12, good. That's what we need to solve for first. 8 plus 12, right? 8 plus 2 is 10. And combining, 20. 8 plus 12 is 20. Awesome, so now we know how many pieces of candy we have. And my friend Leilani told me we need to share it equally, so we need to divide. And I know how many students I need to divide it between. How would I set up my problem? What do we think? Take a moment. Everybody should think about it. If I have 20 pieces of candy, and I say, okay, I'm going to hand it to 4 students, how would I set up my equation? More hands than 2. Come on, I know you guys know this.
Come on.
Thank you. Edward.
If you have 20 candy, you could give one at a time.
1 at a time, okay. But how can we set that up? If I know 8 plus 12 is 20, I know how many pieces, I know how many pieces I have, and I know how many kids I need to share it with, and Leilani said divide. Ewan?
I would say it would be 20
Mhm.
divided by 8.
Why do you say 8 though? You're on the right track. 20 divided by 8. 8 is the pieces of candy. We already solved that. You guys are on the right track. Ian.
I remember that 5, so because I know I can skip count by 5 to 20,
Mm-hmm.
and I skip count all to 5 to 20, and I got 4, so I got the equation of 4.
Okay, so you know 5 times 4 is 20, right? So if 5 times 4 is 20, 20 divided by what? 4. There's 4 students. I'm pulling my other number. It is 4. Good. 20 divided by 4, and Ian already solved this for us, but I want us to show, just like we've been practicing, using arrays or using a picture. Okay? So go ahead if you want to make your picture. I'm going to go ahead and do my 4 groups, right? So these are my 4 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to equally hand out 20. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How many are in each group, guys?
20.
Oh, we don't shout out. No, thank you, Carlos. Hey, I just showed on the board. Everyone should have their hands up. This is super easy. How many do I have in each group? Peyton? 5. Thank you. 5. 20 divided by 4 is 5, so we have 5 what?
5
Pieces.
Of of candy. Good. Go ahead and write that down. 5 pieces of candy.
Wait, so we write a 5 on where it says piece of
Yep.
candy?
Right where the blank is. Yep. It's like hot in here all of a sudden.
I know.
It's like freezing in my room, so I'm used to that. Awesome. Give me a thumbs up when we are ready to go. When we are ready to go. Good. If you are good, go ahead and start reading the second problem silently to yourselves for a moment. And then we're going to go ahead and review it together. Using the same system we just did. Alright, does someone want to read the second example out loud for me? Can somebody please read it? Brenda.
One family had
14 puppies.
puppies and other families had 8. The last family had 2 puppies. If they were give to them all away,
Give them all away
all the way to 6 families
equally.
equally had many would each have.
Beautiful, right? One family had 14 puppies, that's a lot. Another family had 8, and the last family had 2. If they were to give them all away to 6 families equally, how many would each have? Okay? So my first step is to what, guys? Raise your hand, not shout out. First step, if you need help, look at your checklist. Make sure we're not skipping ahead. Yeah.
To circle the numbers.
Circle, where are my numbers?
14,
Up, I called on Mia.
14,
14, 8,
18,
and 2. Good. Oh, and our 6, sorry. Our 6 families. Right? 14 puppies, 8 puppies, and 2 puppies, and then 6 families. Good. What is my next step, guys? Ashley. Underline the question. What are we trying to solve for, Ashley? Look back at it. Take a moment. It says if we were to give them all away equally to 6 families, how many would each have? What are we solving for? Puppies, people, family? Yes, we're solving for how many each family would have. Puppies each, right? Our next step is to box our keywords. So I kind of accidentally hit them, but it says give them all the way to 6 families equally. What operation do we think this is? What operation? If we find out how many puppies we have in total, which that's what we'll need to do, and we need to share them and give them away to 6 families, what operation would this be? Take a moment. Anybody else? Same for Carlos. Peyton, what were you going to say, hon? Division, right? What keyword gave that away to you? Peyton. What was it? Equally, right? We're giving them away and we're sharing them equally. Good. Go ahead and box your keyword. And our next step, simple. Eliminate all the nonsense words we do not need right now. So go ahead and scratch it out. Good. Okay. So we need to know how many puppies we have in total, right? So what are my numbers that I need to focus on first? Raise your hand. What are my numbers? Everybody should know this. Look at the board. It is circled. What are my numbers? Any new hands? Come on, guys. New hands. What are my first numbers I need to do? If I need to find out how many puppies I have in total.
Where it was thinking and loading half the time, so we couldn't get on campus and things like that.
14, 8, and
Is it
2.
showing
I need to
something
do what?
different now?
Divide.
divide them?
Okay.
Ah, very good.
Maybe it
Yeah.
fixes itself.
14 plus 8 plus 2. Go ahead and solve that on your own. 14
Perfect. I'll
plus
send her
8
your way.
plus 2.
I know.
Once you know. Oh, go ahead and raise your hand. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Raise
Oh,
your
you're
hand once you
fine.
know.
I appreciate it.
Once you solve it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm waiting for more hands. Once we solve it, guys. Marcos, yes.
22.
Ooh,
Close.
close. You were so close. Double check. Double check your math, Marcos. 8 plus 2 is?
24.
Yep, you had 10 plus 14 gives us 24. Thank you, Marcos. 24 puppies. So now, guys, I have all these puppies, right? And it says I need to share them to 6 families equally, right? And one of my friends said we need to divide. Going off of our example that we just did, how would I set up that problem? If you are confused, look at our example, guys. How would I set up our problem? Miss Brenda?
24 and
Divided by, very good. 24 divided by. And what are we dividing it? What's our other key number we haven't touched yet? Yes, Brenda?
2.
2. We already did the 2 puppies. We took care of the 14, 8, and the 2. 6. 6. There you go. 6. So we have 24 puppies, guys. Make sure our eyes are up. Vaseline. 24 puppies and 6 families. So again, I want you guys to do an array on your own on how you would solve this. So take a moment, make an array, do a picture, whatever you want to help solve that. I personally like the 6 little circles to represent my little people or my family. Take a moment. Once you think you got it, give me a thumbs up.
Thumbs up, guys. My name.
Make sure you put it in the empty spot that says puppies each. That's how many each family will get. That's a lot of puppies.
14 as a one.
No, you're good, Marcos. Good. All right, guys. Raise your hand if you want to share. How many puppies did each family get? Dominic, I haven't heard from you for a second.
4.
4. And Dominic, what did you do to get that?
I used the circles and then did dots.
Circles. How many circles did you have?
6.
6. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we had 24 puppies. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
That's a lot of counting.
It is. So we got 4 into each circle, so our answer is 4. So make sure we put our answer right in the little empty spot. Good. Once we are done, give me one more thumbs up so I know we're good to move on. Everybody is ready. Good. So far from those 2 examples, guys, on a scale through 5, 1, I still need some work. 5, I think I completely got it. Show me on your hand. 1, I'm a little confused. I need some work. 5, I completely got it. I see some 10s.
I want to do more work.
Everybody, show me in the back. Ellie, how do we feel? 10? All right. We are going to go ahead and move on to your packets. So, I do not want you guys to bring up the paper yet. I want you to use it as an example. And I want you to turn to your packet page 77. Go ahead and take a moment and turn to 77. Bless you. Is she okay? You were bathroom? Okay. I was gonna say, I think they have a while for the next break, right?
They got a little bit of time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gem factor. Gem factor. It looks just like this. I'm gonna say it one more time, guys. My paper that I handed out that we just did together, please leave that on your desk for right now, because I would like you guys to use it as an example if we still need some help, and that's okay. So turn to page 77 in your packets. Alright, there are 4 problems in the packet. I would like you to do them on your own. Got it? On your own. If you have any questions or if you're stuck on them, raise your hand and I can help you. But I want you to try all 4 of them on your own. And remember, our focus today, right, is to use our cubes method. So again, if you need to look back at which one each stands for in our checklist, look at the paper. So take a moment. Remember, starting on there. Good job, Dominic. Okay. Go first if you don't see. Look back at our checklist right here. It tells you. Miss Camila, focusing on the paper, please. Remember, for all of these, we are showing a picture, an array, or something to show how we got the answer, just like from our examples. There you go. You guys want to break down that 115, right? Yep. Okay. If they don't get through all of it, are they?
We can finish after if
Okay.
you want, yeah.
I'm okay. It's okay. Video is fine. I didn't know if you needed that all done, so.
Yeah, we'll have them work, because then they have their quiz and whatnot too, so,
Okay.
we'll see how they.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna wrap it up no matter what on the end. It's just me saying the last sentence of the language. I like how we're using these checklists. We're going step by step. Yep, if you guys need to use your guys' paper for this, your guys' multiplication table, you guys can use that as well.
I was saying if you could check your answers.
Yep, you can check your answers. That's very good, Ian.
Oh wait, it already kind of said that on the very last one. Solve and check.
Yep. Exactly. F, solve and check.
The last one we got the same thing, but here there's like 3 numbers.
So, well, it's the same thing as the same, right? They gave us 3 numbers, right? And then how many shapes are they sharing with? Right? How many children are there?
We got 3, so it would be 3. Oh, oops.
Nope, you're on the right track. Keep going. That was right.
Okay.
Again, guys, if we're a little confused, use the handout that we just went over for our examples. Keep going, Carlos, Camila. Thank you. When I come back, I'd like that written down. Fine. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute to try to finish up where we are. And we're going to go over the first one, just because I see a couple of my friends that are a little bit still confused. And that's okay, we're going to go over it. But try to finish up what you're on, and then we're going to come back to the board, okay? Yeah. Alright, we're going to go ahead and review the first one on your guys' page. So, the problem says there are 6 blue gems, 8 red gems, and 4 green gems. 3 children want to share them equally. How many gems does each child get? So ready, eyes up from your paper really quick. Even if you got it, I want you guys to share out loud. So eyes up, Ashley. Thank you. Where are my numbers in this? Where are my numbers in this word problem? Camila.
6, 8, 4, and 3.
6, 8, 4, and 3. 6, 8, and 4 are the colored gems, and 3 of them are the students. Good, so make sure you circle your numbers. Double check that you circled your numbers.
Yep.
Next, what do we do next? U is Ian?
After that, we do how many gems does each child get? Underline that.
That is our underlining the question, right? So make sure you underline your question. How many gems does each child get? Underline your question. Underline your question. Okay, next one. B. B, we want to box, right? We want to box our keywords. Yes, Peyton? What is it? Peyton says equally. Equally is what, Peyton? Divide. We're putting them in groups, right? So we need to know how many gems we have, and we need to divide them by the number of kids we're sharing them with. Got it? Very good. Okay, and E. We need to eliminate all the information, all the extra information. We didn't need to know that there's blue, red, and green gems, right? So go ahead and eliminate that one. Go ahead and draw a line through that. You don't need that. And now we are going to set up our equation and solve. So like I said, there are 6, 8, and 4 gems. What is the first thing we need to know? I don't know how many gems, so what do I do? Everybody's hands should be up on this one, guys. Come on, more hands. Ashley. She got it. Let her have her moment. What were you going to say, Ashley? What was it? Yes, yeah, you're combining the gems. You're combining the 6, 8, and 4 because that's the number of gems that we have, right? That is the number of gems. Good. 6, 8, and 4 gems. We are combining, we are adding. Thank you, Ashley. What did we get? How many gems do we have, guys? How many gems do we have? Carlos?
3.
You have 3 gems?
6.
Double check.
6.
There's 3 what?
Gems.
Children, right? Not gems. We solved our gems. 6, 8, and 4. We didn't know how many we have in total now, Leilani. 18. 18 gems in total. Make sure you write that down, even if you're 100%. Remember, we are checking. So double check. You wrote down 18 gems. Carlos, you were saying 3. What is the 3, Carlos?
Gems.
Oh, double check. Read it again. 3 what?
Confused.
What is it?
I'm confused.
It's okay. I got you. You're doing good, right? It says 4 green gems and 3 children, right? Do we combine our gems and children? No, right? We are sharing them. So you set it up correctly. You were right. You had it up correctly. There's 18 gems and we're sharing